Good afternoon, everyone, from the opening day of the 2022 Florida State Fair. I go by the legend, joined by my wonderful girlfriend, Molly.
Staring into the sun.
Staring into the sun here. And in this video, we're going to show you everything there is to do at the fair this year. Of course, the crazy fair rides, the wild fair food.
That's all the reason why I'm here.
Yeah, it's definitely not the rides. All right, and then all the other wacky stuff you can find at the fair. Let's go check things out. What better place to start off the video than with those wild fair rides? And this one I've seen at a couple fairs, known as Techno Power, and looks very nauseating. All right, next to Techno Power, you do have a Ferris wheel. There are a bunch of Ferris wheels here at the fair. Who doesn't love a roller coaster at the fair? And they have a pretty good-sized spinning wild mouse. These rides are a lot of fun. I mean, this is pretty much the exact same ride that used to be at Walt Disney World, and it's your traveling fair. Here's another one of my favorite flat rides. This is a Mondial Top Scan here at the fair. It's known as the Space Roller. And these might look sickening, but they're actually way more fun than they look.
That is true.
Easily the biggest thrill here at the Florida State Fair is Air Raid, one of these big booster style rides. Something that's awesome about this one, it is included with the wristband. So if you got the wristband, it's included with, normally these rides are like a mega upcharge. I would also come here early because this probably gets really long lines. But that is pretty wild. I've done a couple of these before. They're fun. Going around here is Street Fighter 360. It goes all the way around. Personally, I think the ones that don't go all the way around are more fun when it comes to these inverted pendulum style rides. Fun light package on it though, that's great. In the kids section of the fair, you'll find this ride, which is the Surf Shack, which it spins and it tilts and you're in a shack. Not quite operational yet is the Mega Drop, which is a pretty good sized drop tower. For $10, you could climb up these stairs and jump into a giant airbag. I've done it before, it's kind of neat. You've also got some bouncy jumps and an old-timey Ferris wheel. That wild-looking ride is known as Downdraft. They have one of these at Carnival over in Pennsylvania. Got some Dodge and bumper cars, and then this is very interesting. Right next to each other is like dueling Gravitrons.
That can like.
There's one there, yeah, and one there. Pretty good sized Starflyer, probably about 75 feet tall or so. Going around here is known as the Rockstar. And I like these rides. This is one of the few fair rides I really enjoy. I think these are an absolute blast. Also, this one looks great. Themed up like a giant guitar. Check this one out. It looks like a brand new Larson Looper. The ride moves really well. Like, this seems faster than a lot of the ones I've seen before. And it looks shiny. Like, this has to be a very, very new ride. Known here as the Inferno. That thing is booking. Also right next door is the Cliffhanger Lie-Down ride. Got a classic fairground ride here. I believe these are Trabants or Wipeouts, something like that. This one at the fair is known as Casino. It's done up like a roulette wheel. That's neat. The Carnival Haunted House is never a strong ride. This one actually looks pretty new.
It does. It looks very new.
And this kind of terrifies me. I'm not sure what's going on here. There's a hand with a screaming mouth in it, and it might give me nightmares. This ride is another fun ride. I believe it's a Mondial Shake. There's a big soda can with sunglasses and headphones on. Airbrush sexy people on the outside, and you kind of flip upside down a whole bunch. Wonderful lighting package here on a super roundup known as Zero Gravity. Mesmerizing. The Orbiter flying around. Now this fair is located in Tampa, Florida, and Busch Gardens down the road used to have a ride just like this called Sandstorm. Molly, this one might be your least favorite ride.
I'm not a
fewer zipper style restraints. But these are so much fun. Essentially it's a whip, so when you go around the edge, you get really, really flung.
Tossed around.
This ride is the Enterprise, a very classic ride. Not one you'll find at too many parks nowadays, but you know, I remember it from parks like a Witch's Wheel at Cedar Point, the Wheelie at Six Flags Over Georgia, the Spin Meister at Six Flags Great Adventure, but you can still find it here at the fair. Away from the main Midway, you do have a couple more rides. You've got the Sky Ride that'll take you all the way across the fair, a giant, gotta be like 200-foot tall Ferris wheel, and then a big old slide. That slide looks really fun. The giant Ferris wheel also has quite the lighting package on it.
It does. You can see it from anywhere.
Yes, and it does a whole bunch of different patterns, and it is so, so neat. You got a dragon-themed roller coaster for kids. I love the dragons that are around the edge of it, and a pretty good-sized kids roller coaster for a fair. There's a classic Tilt-A-Whirl. There's a small funhouse here called the Zombie Hotel, but I love the artwork on it. It is wonderful. Typhoon is kind of a sexy pirate-themed Himalaya ride. Another decent-sized roller coaster here, the Super Cyclone. And, you know, these are solid rides. These only have the lap bar. Sometimes you get over-the-shoulder restraints on a similar kind of ride, and those are horrendous. But this was just lap bars. Not bad. Pretty good-looking pirate ship here, and I love how they have like the theme backdrop for it as well. This ride is known as Hydro Shock, another one that I like quite a bit. Any of these inverted spinning arm rides, really, really fun. This one's got a pretty cool light package on it. Also, weird name, Hydro Shock, as it's like a water-themed name, but there's no water in the ride at all. Now we are here on opening day of the fair, so everything is not quite ready yet, including one of the larger roller coasters known as RC-48. Pretty good sized roller coaster for a traveling fair. Going round and round is the Alpine Bob. There's a classic scrambler ride known as the Axis, and I like the detail on the top of it. And I imagine at night this probably looks really, really neat.
Really good.
Yep, the lighting package looks pretty neat at night. Lots and lots of lights. Pretty tame looking spider ride. Goes very slow. New Orleans themed Mardi Gras Funhouse, because nothing says entertains the kids like Mardi Gras on Bourbon Street. And that lady. Another dark ride here, known as the Haunted. A fantastic light package here for Lighthouse Dive, like a little kid's drop tower. And oh my goodness, look at the logo! This one might win for most adorable ride. This is Puppy Roll. A lot of times you see this as dragons or bears, but nope, at this fair it's adorable puppies. Now, Molly, your favorite part of the state fairs is the food.
Oh yes, I love trying new foods.
And we're starting off here with the donut dog. It ran $7. It is a hot dog on a donut with bacon on top and some sort of a glaze.
You've heard of the donut burger?
A lot. Donut dog, not
so much.
All right. Now, are you capable of taking a bite?
Let's see.
Derek calling me.
It's really weird because we got the sweet and the hot dog. It's good. I like it. That's the way
It's off to a good start. This next booth's kind of interesting. They specialize in sundaes, and they got all sorts of stuff. So steak sundaes, shrimp and grits, pulled pork, and we went for their new one, the steak poutine. So it's going to be steak, fries, gravy, cheese curds, and it looks pretty good. Molly, you also like this booth for this here.
Yeah, look at the potatoes sliding down the cheese or slide into the cheese pool.
They all look so happy.
They're so happy.
This fresh dough New York pizza booth, they got some interesting stuff. Cheesy garlic bread, a buffalo chicken calzone, and also some stuff that is very not me. A Big Mac pizza, and this just sounds horrendous. Pickle ranch pizza.
I like ranch and pizza.
Here's what we've been doing in years past, the best around funnel cakes. And we had to stop by 'cause this year they got something new. This is a mouthful. This is a buffalo chicken funnel cake taco. So they take taco shells, put in the funnel cake batter, deep fry it, fill it with buffalo chicken, and a whole bunch of other stuff. Quick review, this is really, really, really good.
It's delicious. Carnival Eats knows what they're doing, filming there 18 times.
At the Mexican Grill, we got another one that was on the new for 2022 food list. A lot of great stuff. You go to the Florida State Fair website, you can find them all on there. This is something I think we're gonna really enjoy. Garlic Parmesan quesadilla.
Giant.
Yeah, it's big. At $12, but you get to get some value here because it's pretty hefty. So I am very full. We're here at the Funky Flamingo, our last booth, for a nice small dessert. And by small dessert, I mean one of the biggest desserts I've ever seen in my life.
The size of your head.
Yes, it's a cookie dough explosion. So there's a giant fresh baked cookie in there, scoops of cookie dough, gelato, whipped cream, cookie crumbles. This looks insane.
It looks delicious.
The fair is home to a giant expo hall filled with, it's hard to describe, all sorts of stuff.
Everything?
Yeah, flea market-esque. In the expo center, be sure to stop by the Chevrolet booth. Free shirts. At this fair, Molly is a Chevrolet girl, not built for tough. On the Midway, they have a giant shooting gallery. Not inexpensive, 25 shots for $5, but not something you normally see at most traveling fairs. And it's got a waterfall. And look at this thing that's going wandering by. Feels very Cirque du Soleil-esque.
I've been here all week. Free seat. It's a front row seat, and you'll feel the heat.
Guy juggling fire on a motorized skateboard.
All right. First trick is called the Devil's Eye. Ooh, scary name. Cool trick. The eye. And if you like this trick, you're gonna love the next one.
Why, Molly? What time is it?
Beer 30?
Beer 30 indeed. We're here at what's known as the Farm Bar by Keel Farms. It's kind of a local cidery, winery, brewery.
In Plant City.
Yeah. I'm drinking a blueberry muffin wheat ale. Molly has a candied apple cider, which is new to the fair. And they're both pretty good. They're going to run you $10 for a big beer. But it's nice. They also let us try a bunch of the wines and sangrias. This section of the fair is known as Cracker Country, which is a rural Florida living history museum. Essentially kind of like a colonial Williamsburg thing, more or less.
I think she sees her mother out there somewhere.
Kind of cool here. Old-timey machine.
She thinks she saw her mother.
This,
But it was you.
oh my. Turning that into a liquid. And walking around in circles. Fun. All right, they do some sort of show on the lake with the hoverboard guy. Florida Fish and Wildlife has a barn. And there's a little gator in there. And an alligator snapping turtle. There's a moving piano player. I don't think we're gonna have time to see it, but there's a pork chop review, which is a show with performing pigs.
As seen as America's Got Talent.
This would be wonderful. This looks very impressive. Check out the setup for the diving show.
Very, very impressive.
During the week, it's 3 shows a day. On the weekend, it's 4. And it's included with your fair admission. There is an electrifying magic show. And it's strictly Star Wars themed. Man, this is a very different kind of act. This guy is playing this weird piano-like thing that controls all these inside one of the buildings, they got something called the Robot Zoo. And I'm a sucker for robots, so neat. There's a robot housefly. And you push buttons to move the head and wings. The bat is one of the more complex ones here. Wings are now going.
That's really neat. Lots of movement.
Yeah. This is a pretty fun interactive, the tongue gun. So Molly is controlling it over there, and she's trying to help this chameleon eat its food. That's fun. We got a chameleon up next, and you can move his head, change his colors, and make his eyes go all spinny crazy.
Yeah, he just turned from red
to green.
green.
This is a really neat interactive. So chameleons, their eyes don't move together. So this exhibit, interactive kind of thing, shows you how chameleons see the world. Okay, this one might be my favorite. It is a platypus, complete with kind of a snorkel thing. And you can move his flippers and his tail. This is fun. There's a petting zoo area here at the fair. And there are a plethora of goats and sheep. And I think for a couple bucks you can feed these guys as well. There are llamas and alpacas. Oh, hi. They're very active and fluffy. Very fluffy. Oh, that's a pretty cute noise. The star of the show here is a giraffe. Eating over here is a Scottish Highland cattle. There's a couple of zebu over here, including a little one. There's a miniature pony over here. You could feed him carrots. A couple final animals here. There's a miniature donkey. And then some zebras. There are some crane games, and look what you can win. Peppa Pig. Now I'm bringing this up because Drew the Intern lost the In the Loop Fantasy Football League. So he has to go to Peppa Pig Land by himself, the new theme park that's opening, the Peppa Pig Land. He has to go by himself all day, ride all the rides, wear a Daddy Pig shirt, and meet the characters.
That's the worst part.
And that'll do it for our time at the 2022 Florida State Fair. Always a good time. We haven't been here in a couple of years, actually, so it's really nice to get back.
It's been a while.
The crazy rides, the food, everything. Ride selection, nothing too wow this year. A lot of rides I've seen before, but, you know, I'm kind of well-traveled, so that does happen. Molly, you're a big fan of the food. Mm-hmm. Which food item was your favorite?
Oh, that's so hard. The donut hot dog was the most unique. With that hot dog flavor and the donut and the frosting. That was very unique.
For me, I think the best one was definitely the funnel cake tacos, the buffalo chicken ones. That was a really good flavor. But I think your best value might have been that garlic parmesan chicken one.
You get
that was like
so much.
Yeah, that was a heavy meal. All right, that'll do it for our time here. If you have any questions about the fair, let us know in the comment section below. And thank you very much for watching. I'm gonna probably not eat it at all tomorrow. That was a lot of food.
That was.